Welcome back out to another one of our Athlete of the Week interviews. Chance to talk with Halle Hester, who she started off the basketball season with getting the Athlete of the Week, and now we start off 2023 with Halle Hester getting Athlete of the Week. I think this is a good trend that we're starting to develop here. First of all, Halle, great start to the year for you guys with the win against Otero. A little bit of a stumbling block there against Trinidad, but how did the first weekend go for you guys as a team?
I think the first game against Otero went really well for us. I mean, we went to a new school and we shot really well, which is, hard when you're on the road. And I think we struggled with that a lot the next day when we played against Trinidad, but we still pulled through. We still worked our hardest. We didn't come out with the win, but we still worked as hard as we could.
You guys, when you talk about that back-to-back right out of break, how challenging was that? And was that a challenge that was kind of good to see so you know what the kind of hints are that you're back into that fatigue a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think it will help us, especially when we go into our conference games and stuff, because we have to travel pretty far for those. And so I think just getting into the rhythm and motion of just, traveling long time during the day and then having to just, pick up that energy and play a game, the next day or that same day.
You guys were going to have a weekend off this week, but you picked up Northeastern Junior College.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking with Coach McWilliams about that and the fact that, this is one of the losses that I don't think anybody on the team feels like should have been a loss. Are you happy you get this little bit of chance at kind of snuffing out that mark on the record?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the first time we played them, I'm not sure how we lost. And so I think this time around again, I think that we can really just show them who we are and what we're made of and, win them.
That game will be on Saturday over at Scottsbluff at the Cougar Palace as part of the NJC or the crossovers here for Region 9. But aside from that, when you are getting ready for conference play, how excited are you to get that part rolling and get just into the kind of more traditional schedule?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, that's what we've worked hard this whole preseason for, is to just, get into that and win all of these games and do really well in the region tournament. So I'm excited to get into it.
Individually, we have to go back to Friday night again because you tied a school record for the amount of threes in the game. You've been kind of sort of trying to deal with the shooting over at Story and not necessarily much practice time, but when you have a game like that, is that something you feel could spark you?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really just it takes me on a high, I would say, and just brings me throughout the season and just, it shows me what I'm made of and what I can do personally. And I think that's a reflection on how I am and how I can play.
I know the coaches and I know the players want you to keep on shooting threes, but you're working on some other parts of your game too, particularly driving.
Yeah, so that's something I really want to work on these next few games, actually. I want to start kind of going in and making my own shots down low instead of just shooting on the outside. How
much do you think that'll open up the game for you on the outside when teams have to realize you are a multiple threat?
I think it'll be hard for them. I mean, I already have people face guarding me when I am on the three-point line, so I think me going in will also open it up for everyone else and kind of just, it'll be hard for them to guard all of us because I know we have a lot of guards that can do the same exact thing. So
you took the words right out of my mouth, and I think you did it on purpose. That was my last question for you, was the size of this team when it comes to the guards. You have three that are 5'10 plus. How much does that put pressure on other teams when you're going down the court?
I mean, I think it's really good. We're all really fast and we're all really lengthy, so I think it's good when we can press these teams because a lot of them really have short players as their point guards and guards. And so I think that's where we're different, and I think that's where we can really do really well in these games because we just have such tall guards that can do multiple things, the other teams can't.
Definitely a fun team to watch. They'll be back in town coming up on the 26th when they get to take on Western Wyoming. But for right now, it's back onto the road for the Golden Eagle women. Halle, our Athlete of the Week, thank you again for the time.
Thank you.